control the situation. And I like BRU's adaptation. Once again, TF worked. Let's stick with that. I don't think BJD, if anything, which is going to punish the TF pick too harshly. Ari might be the answer here, but I really am skeptical of this, because if you take the Ari, you end up running triple AP with a Ziggs Galio bot lane, and your damage sources just get so overlapped.
We do see some interesting adaptations coming through as BYU go back on the Jarvan. This is the most played jungler in the High for Icon series. You know, they have been able to really make this one work, and it really shows their kind of macro gameplay and excels that so much more. But Jaya Dragons, on the other hand, going for the Xin Zhao. You've tried to be a duelist or semi-bruiser in this matchup.
Yeah, the Jarvan pick as well, being a takeaway from the Galio Ziggs composition, I like that very, very much. I think it fits what BRU want to do. And I think both of these teams, I think the jungle picks are a bit more suiting for them now. Like we talked about, right? Shiba's most played jungle was Jarvan the 4th. BJD, they like these duelists. They like these fighter jungles. But something we really need to touch on, this Baron lane matchup here. Irelia against Darius. Noel has thrown down the gauntlet and said, your blind pick Fiora didn't work, but my blind pick Irelia is gonna win the game.
Yeah, Darius is going to be that second highest play rate champion for Asilia in the Malaysian Icon series, whereas Noel hasn't quite been known for his earlier play. His Renekton, of course, incredibly monstrous, dominating in fact, but we've seen little of this Irelia, so this is definitely a very interesting matchup. I think we saw quite a bit of a gap happening there, but now with BJD, they're looking to try and initiate and start off this game strong. I don't think that is, I see those Lee Sin smash up, I'm pretty sure that's a Xin Zhao. Yeah, the word says Xin Zhao. I trust the word. I know how to read, I can't see the pictures.
We've learned how to count, we've learned how to read, and now we're gonna see if Irelia beats Darius here today.
We're looking to count up to 2 for BRU, perhaps as we go into game number 2 in this best of 5 series. Bracket A match 2.
Sir.
Let's see how this one plays out, Omo.
Look, I'm gonna be very honest with you here. The 80 damage sources are so lacking from BJD.
What's the point of that doing?
Nice.
They find it. They find the bubble. They force the flash away from it still. And oh, what a start for BRU.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. And Varus is so happy in the Dragon lane right now. He can just farm from a distance with his piercing arrows. How can Ziggs and Galio can't kill him? They can never get on him. He's not afraid of anything. I love this. I love the early action. Shiba is gonna burn a flash from Chili as well.
Yeah, he's sitting right there, and Chili, he detects something's gonna happen. He knows to back off. That was looking scary for a moment there. But he gets some good lane control, and this has enabled Shiba to walk through the mid side, but Syndicate will be here with the number trying to respond to this. The charm is not yet available, it looks like. Level 3 just an arm's reach away.
Yeah, exactly. And Noel, with the lead that he has, this mid advantage as well, Archony and Shiba are gonna keep moving to the Baron lane. They're gonna keep punishing for Noel's lane. They're gonna keep getting him leads. And it's gonna be so hard for Asilia to really do anything here. Once again, I think he's gonna get shut down in this game.
Hopefully we do see Asilia come online a little bit, but like you mentioned, double summon is gone. Saving grace still, but Jaya Dragons get some tempo towards the bomb side, towards the Dragon Pit, grabbing a pretty decent chunk of this jungle as well, grabbing some control around the river. But like you mentioned, Kiramon, he's happy to play this weak side Dragon lane. Doesn't really have to worry about it all too much as long as he doesn't get dived.
Well, the only reason it's a weak side right now is because Supporter went to do that little bit of a cheese gang in the Baron lane towards Asilia, and that's paying dividends, honestly. If you look at this, man just cannot farm. He's gonna lose 2-3 waves. That's gonna be 2 plates going over to Noel. Smooth sailing once again for BRU.
Yeah, this is devastating. You know, Asilia is really just working off a passive EXP at this point. That was a huge cannon wave as well. Stacking up, and now you see all these creeps coming in, gonna get cleared out.
He's gonna miss 3 waves.
Yeah, very important for Syndicate to make his way over to provide some assistance, but even in the 2v2, they don't quite win this, and now Archony looking to grab 5 pretty soon.
They cannot. Yeah, they absolutely cannot. And that's because of this mid lane matchup. You take Ari into TF for the counter pick, but you don't get the prio. TF is going to pot up. Oh, he cancels the pot. He doesn't.
Yeah, it's going to be the mid lane losing out some tempo as Archony makes his way up to the top side, finds this first kill to get BRU on the board. And what a start. Just 2 minutes, 50 seconds into the game.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching that one from the minimap. I saw the Destiny's Gate get popped. I saw Chili dash forward with the Spirit Rush. That's why it's on cooldown right now. He tried to cancel the pot, was not able to do so, and that's going to be another kill. Or sorry, the first kill onto Asilia. But to be fair, he's basically already died like 3 times at this point with how much gold he's lost. Look at this. Shiba doesn't even need to use his combo on Asilia. He just comes in, smacks him with his spear once, and that's going to be enough. And look at the gold lead right now. 2,000 gold for BRU with 1 kill off the back of excellent wave manipulation and gang timings to just deny Asilia from the wave.
We haven't even seen objectives come online yet. Neutral objectives, Rift Out and Dragon still both up for grabs in 15 seconds, in fact. Neither team has had to make a play there yet. And this has removed so much agency for Giant Dragons. They won't be able to fight towards the top side, really have to emphasize on Sagi and Winter. But like you mentioned, you know, Sagi on the Ziggs really doesn't have much agency on his own, requires his team to follow up with him. But without your bruisers there to kind of set up for you, you're quite limited in what you can do as a Ziggs.
Yeah, like we talked about, right? Ziggs doesn't have initiative. This champion is broken. It does so much, but he lacks initiative. He cannot be proactive, and your impact on the game really comes down to what your team can pull off. Once again, I think BRU, they're going to pull off a double objective get. I think they're going to get the Dragon. I think they're going to get the Rift Herald, and I think they're going to get the game.
The Giant Dragons doing their best to hold on as it comes through. The bubble will be able to find one, but it's a nice crescent guard to make sure that they don't have much more there. Nice use of the crowd control. It's layer after layer to find the kill. As the hero's entrance coming in, it will stop without finding anybody, and they get 1 for 1 in the mid lane.
Shiba kind of psyched everyone out right there. I wasn't even expecting that one. He was just dancing the mid lane, went for Cataclysm, ultimately does get dropped, but it's still a 1 for 1, so not the worst case scenario for BERJAYA Dragons here. That means that no objectives are going to be taken just yet, and that's good to know, right? Because at this time in the previous game, BJD had already blown up basic game. This time around, a little bit slower, a little bit more still in it, I would say. Well, I say
called it a little bit too soon as Rift Herald is going to grab picked up. Noel is going to continue snowballing. Looks like he was the one that picked up the credit for that. I don't think this is the right call here, Syndicate. Walking right on top of the Scuttle Crab Vision Ward, the Scuttle Crab Shrine, I believe, gives them vision of the dragon being started up, and with Destiny and Gate available for Archony, I think it's a little bit too ambitious to try and grab that right now.
Yeah, there's just so much cross-map potential. Once again, Noel makes his way down to make sure his team can try to secure the objective. Ooh, Archony. Just a bit of a tap on Chili.
Nothing too much.
Flash from Asilia forced already.
Yeah, it takes away that. It's the Destiny going to be proc. Looks like bomb side. They're going to look for a fight here. Shiba will be the one to try and initiate. They jump in early on. Sagi forced to retreat as well as the rest of BJD. It's 3-4, so they don't have a good angle to go for this. Nice use of the change of corruption. Shield the run should come out pretty soon. They're still holding on to that. They forced them away. Kill them out with tons of damage. They try to make a miracle steal, but BRU will confirm this dragon.
They cannot contest that because Chili had to go topside to take care of Asilia, who's just getting dumpstered right now. This might work out though.
Yeah, they find Noel as a kill in the top side, but Giant Dragons come online a little bit there. Do manage to trade back for one, but like you mentioned, Dragon hits over the BRU in that time.
A little bit of a map split situation going on from BJD, and that's exactly what they need to do. They can't take the head-on fights right now. They are just not strong enough, and that's a very nice adaptation from Chili to just stay in the top lane, commit to the play, and they take down Noel, which is exactly what Asilia needs to get back in this game.
Maybe looking to try and commit on the bomb side. Doesn't seem to be the case. Let's talk a little bit about that. Getting Asilia ahead against Noel. Do you feel like at any point in the game, Darius is going to be able to get strong enough to deal with the Irelia, especially since we see the goal difference now shrinking to just about 300.
Yes, there will. Oh, that auto kill name on.
Yeah, it just seems like clockwork. They go in, nice arrow to confirm the kill, but BRU, just good movements. Let's go back on that point. Asilia as well as Noel.
Look, there's a point in the game where Darius will just bully Irelia around, but we're never going to reach it. That's a fact. We are not going to reach the point. Darius, look at Asilia, right? He's out of the game. He's just getting shut out right now. Sure, they're trying to funnel some resources back into him, but it's just, I think, too little too late. He doesn't even dare to go for a 1v1 against Twisted Fate. He has no damage items, only dead man's plates, and BRU, they are punishing this attempt.
Yeah, we look at BRU up at the top side. They get the Cataclysm as well as the bubble. It's good damage back on the Syndicate. Nearly finds the kill, but over on the side, they find the angle. They look for the flank, and Chili's joining in now. They're looking for a lot of damage onto Noel. Takes down the Irelia, and BERJAYA Dragons with a stout defense force them back.
Yeah, BJD actually finding moves in this game. Oh no, Chili. You hate to see it.
This fight seems like it's been going on forever. Archony and Asilia definitely trading blows here, playing tango and dancing around. It looks like Archony just has enough to kite away from Asilia there.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a much closer game than what we saw in the last one, right? BERJAYA Dragons, they're finding avenues to trade turrets. They're finding avenues to punish BRU's aggressiveness, and that's super nice to see here. The main thing I want to point out, though, is actually Asilia. His gold is starting to come back to a decent amount. He's catching up with Noel. It's just that he has no damage. So he's going to be a full tank Darius. It's going to be a tank Sintao. There's no AD damage sources for BERJAYA Dragons. Once Shiba starts buying magic resistance, once Noel gets that wit's end, who's really gonna kill them?
Yeah, I love that you're bringing up that point, especially as we start to see a couple of the scaling items come through as well. You know, a lot of HP for Shiba, as well as the Raw of Ages completed for Archony. That's some of the stuff that we're definitely looking forward to. I think Skibby was surprised by how tanky a Twisted Fate can get with the Rod of Ages, as well as the Hourglass. Down the bottom side, though, it looks like BJD are looking for an angle to get a collapse off onto BURIRAM United. They're looking for Archony now. Almost managed to find it. That's the port they're trying to find it.
No.
He won't be able to channel it through, and he will go down chilly with the confirmed kill.
Yeah, Archony coping very hard right there. Oh no, well, nearly gets the solo, forces the flash. That means that the next time this happens, you are dead. Archony commits everything. Barrier, flash, Destiny Gate to try to get out of the situation that he was clearly dead in, and that was a big misplay.
They try to look for something in the mid lane, almost take down Sagi, but nice moves from Syndicate. Make sure that his mid laner is safe, his marksman is going to be safe. Chili on the other side, though, dodges away from damage to Shiba, gets away with that Hourglass.
Yeah, gets away with the Hourglass, and Shiba now. This is going to be a jungler 1v1.
This is strange. I'm not quite sure what's happening here. BJD have been rotating around the map looking for these small fights, these small skirmishes, and it seems to be working out. The gold difference is actually incredibly marginal from both sides right now. It seems like BERJAYA Dragons may have found a strategy that works for them in the second game.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it, I think, comes down to the Ziggs pick, right? Ziggs permanently stalls out the game. If you're unable to break his turret, he will always sit back and he will always keep throwing bombs as you see a fight in bottom.
Follows duet, connects first on the same gate with the Vanguard's edge with enough damage with the healing coming through. Redemption keeps him alive a little bit longer. Noel splashed away, is running for his life, but his back against the wall will go down. The cat goes over on the side. BRU trying to trade back, do manage to find something for the troubles, but it's a 2-for-2 across the board. BRU not able to have the same tempo they had at the start of the game.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure where Supporter dropped. He got taken down as well. If not, that might have been an opportunity for BRU to look for a fight. He still has tidal wave available to both teams. They don't want to give this up.
Okay, they're going to look for the catch onto Asilia first. Flag and Drag gets a knockup that confirms some decent damage, but misses out the arrow. That's critical. They don't have enough damage to confirm this. It's Chili on the side. Will get taken down. The Dragonlance confirms that kill as Archony is out to claim more. He's now moving on to Sagi with the Flag and Drag barely missing out, but the tidal wave comes in, and Noel chases after all the way through with a blade surge and takes down a third on BERJAYA Dragons.
Oh no, Shiba playing with fire here, even with that greedy recall at the end of that one. I don't know how he didn't die right there, but the man is just too tanky, and I expect that that's something I'm going to be saying a lot this game as he starts buying up magic resistance. BERJAYA Dragons, they're already dealing with a damage problem. Is Asilia dead? If Asilia can't get stacks and a reset off, who is going to do DPS? Who is going to do AD damage for BERJAYA Dragons? No one, and that's exactly what we're starting to see be an issue here already. BRU, they win the fights, they pull ahead to 5,000 gold.
I have to wonder here a little bit as well, Omo, because we're seeing BRU, BURIRAM United, leap forward, grabbing the Executioner's Calling on Shiva early on, ensuring that they have means to deal with any form of healing. But you take a look at what Noel is doing now. He's starting to scale up, and in a lot of these situations, you're surprised by how long he's last. Shiva uses the Dragonlance early so he won't have an escape, but look at how tanky he is with the Gargoyle Stone Plate. Things end there, but he do commit a couple key ultimates.
They do indeed, but that's completely fine, right? Because BJD, they don't have the means to force the tempo right now. So that means that BRU, they're comfortable and they're happy to just wait, chill, wait for the out CDs to come back up. That's when you go again. And Kinemon, he has the Saruda's Grudge. Look at his cooldown reduction. If you look at his ultimate bar, you can actually see how fast his out is coming back off CD. When he comes back mid, next wave he's going to have his out again, and they just repeat it like clockwork.
That being said, though, Chili and Sagi have done a great job of holding control of the lane. Look at that mid lane out-of-tier turret. It's still standing pretty healthy throughout this game, despite the other turrets being broken open. Side lanes
that's Ziggs, man.
Taking a beating, but like you said, that's Ziggs. That's the life that you expect. I'm looking to see the adaptation from from Archony. Okay, there we go. He goes for the Hourglass Enchant early on.
Here we go.
That plays him as they lock down onto Silicate, trying to take down the Sinjar first. They're right in the Crescent Guard, so they confirm the crowd control. But Hero Entrance comes in. Chili, he misses out a critical charm, so the damage will continue to pour through as Archony chases after the kill. It's a flag and drag that grabs a double, and they're under the turret, taking down Chili. There's nowhere left to run. Supporter will get away as well. They're under turret, still chasing after another, about 4 dead on the side of BJD. There's only so much that Cilia can get done.
Oh man, and look at Cilia. He tries to make his way over, but it's way too little, way too late. They don't even want the dragon. BRU, they're just looking directly to the Baron. Yeah, it's a 10,000 gold lead once again. It's a Baron Nasher for the side of BURIRAM United, and I think that this means that it's going to be game 2 for BRU as well.
Calling it early, Omo. I mean, this is a game.
Oh, it's not early anymore.
Yeah,
this one looks done with.
Yeah, compared to the first game, which ended at 13 minutes, exactly. BJD have held on much better. In fact, shown us moments of brilliance, I would say, throughout this game, being able to get Cilia relatively back into the game. But like you mentioned, at some point, you have to say, it's not okay to just make our Darius full tank. We don't have any more physical damage. Let's take a look back on that fight.
Yeah, we take a look back at that fight. I mean, the fight starts off with an engage on the Syndicate, right? He's really not the one that you want to start a fight on, but the key to this team fight is Noel. He finds Sagi in the background. Sagi doesn't even flash, doesn't even use barrier. I think he just knew he was dead. The moment Irelia gets on top of you, there's nothing you can do. And with their key source of damage gone, with the Ziggs dead from the get-go, there's really nothing BGD can do, and BRU, they just run over them.
Yeah, lacking physical damage, and now lacking magic damage with Sagi. Well, you know, that just means you have no damage. And unfortunately, that's the reality that we're seeing from the Giant Dragon. It does seem like they're trying to get a catch onto Kinemon. He doesn't have the flash to get away, and he will surely go down here, right? Destiny Gates come through. They do manage to get the gold card to trade back onto Chili, but over to the back. Shiba has joined in, and he's making a mess with the backline, but Giant Dragons cannot press the issue. They get hit up by the gold card. They get hit up by the bubble, and Noel joining in, but the Thank God's Edge missed this out. He's still looking for an entry back in. They buy enough time, but the Redemption confirmed their 3rd kill. But that could have been way worse for BJD.
If Noel didn't face plant his flash, everyone is dead here for BJD. But he bangs into the wall with his flash. Doesn't matter. He's still gonna go on Sagi, force the flash away.
Yeah, I don't think he quite cares. Shield Durant will do a decent amount of damage along with the Nexus. Forces away BRU, so they only grab 2 inhibitors here, but that is 2 inhibitors over at 15.5 minutes.
Yeah, it's almost a 20,000 gold lead here for BERJAYA Dragons. I had to do the math in my head because I wasn't sure if it was 10,000 or 20,000 because it just sounds like such an unbelievable amount. It's so... I can't come up with a word for this. My vocabulary does not have a word to describe this. Yeah, like it's just dominance from BURIRAM once again.
Yeah. Again, like you mentioned, you know, this is a masterclass in counting up to 3. We don't know.
I don't know how to count to 20.
Yeah. We don't claim to know how to count to 20 or have good words. You know, Mino speak intelligent things. But we can tell you,
Mr. Gamenism,
we're looking to be.
We have to come back to the game.
To get a 3-0.
Very possibly so, but BJD Sagi here, he bought Rod of Ages on Ziggs, and that's always a big question mark for me. He has ROA, he has Morellonomicon, and he has Liandry's Torment. Where exactly is your damage coming from, my friend? Morello's doesn't give you damage, Roll-Up makes you tanky, Liandry's has damage, but it's so goal inefficient. You don't have a death cap, you don't have magic penetration. Who are you trying to kill?
Well, they're looking to try and kill the 3 primary carries of BRU as Kinemon has to flash to the wall, tries to survive, but the damage is coming through as Syndicate's over to the backline, nearly takes them down. Chili surely likely to fall as Noel joins in with the Vanguard's Edge. Is massive, a double kill. Now looking for a 3rd on the Chili, should be able to find him with the Ignite, and that is BJD falling to pieces, shredded down. Sachini looks for the last, but I don't think they have to worry about this. They're just moving into the base, they're clearing out the creeps. They want to end things here. Syndicate does the best that he can, but Archony takes him down, has his number, and Noel's in the base, breaking it open.
Noel does not care. He just dashes into the base. He goes for the end, and that fight looked good. It's about as good as you can get. Winter Taunt to 3, forces Kinemon to flash to an unfavorable position, but he dies, and it doesn't matter because he's Varus. He just needs to throw his ultimate out. His job is done, and Noel TP's in clean.